A gorgeous setting for a serious showdown. Just 1 point separates these two sides tonight. Real Monarchs sitting in 7th in the playoff places in the West, while MNUFC 2 are 2 spots behind. Philip Galati with you from the Beehive State. Thanks so much for joining us. For the hosts, they look to bounce back from a 1-0 loss to LAFC 2. Head coach Mark Lowry lamented at that performance for his side. As for Minnesota United FC 2, they have stayed undefeated through the month of August, a win and 2 draws as we take a look at the starting 11 for both sides tonight. Couple of changes for Real Monarchs, mostly defensively. Gio Calderon swapped out while Kobe Henry slides to the inside. Maximus Jennings will take his spot at right back. Double change of the heart of midfield as well with Luka Moisa and Griffin Dillon. And Hezarkhani, the middle of the front 3. Meanwhile, for Minnesota United FC 2, a number of changes as well for them. Again, undefeated through August. Head coach Jeremy Hall saying this side is just playing better and better. So much confidence about this group, but goal is going to be a big question tonight. Luke Hilly leads the way with 10 to his name this season, but not available. Momo Kamara through the middle to his left is Darius Randell. Up top, Logan Dorsey looking to score in back-to-back matches. Now Monarchs on the left side of your screen, navy and red. MNUFC 2 in the sky blue of the right. Christopher Calderon will ready his whistle. We are underway. As things stand right now in the Western Conference, it is Real Monarchs in 7th on 32, MNUFC 2 in 9th on 31. Whitecaps FC 2 also on 31, currently in 8th. North Texas in 6th with 32 as well to their name. They are currently down a man and 2 goals on home soil to LAFC 2 shortly before halftime. Keep an eye on that one as this match goes on. Earning the early foul. Griffin Dillon making his 53rd career start for Real Monarchs tonight. 5 goal contributions for him this season, equaling last year's tally. Lovely footwork, early shot, what a save! Alex Smir, in just his 2nd appearance of the season, gets a fingertip to it. Lovely curling effort from Hezarkhani. Had time to pick his spot and denied by some goalkeeping heroics. Hezarkhani tied with Jesus Pereira with 5 goals apiece, leading the way in scoring for the hosts. In swinging delivery, headed wide. It was an open look at goal. It's a decent header as well. Not the cleanest contact, just trying to glance into the side netting as Real Monarchs win it back in a promising spot. Every moment there to take that down in the box. Yang trying to go all the way himself, had to move it along. And Del forced back. Another interception for the hosts. And the numbers might be on here. Options either side. The give and go is overhit. It's Jesus Pereira trying to return to sender, and Marcos Zambrano who scored a brace in the match before last. 4-0 win for Real Monarchs over Dynamo Dos. Coach Mark Lowry saying that was one of the most complete performances from his side this season. They were looking to ride that momentum into their most recent game against LAFC 2. They fell by a 1-0 scoreline. He said it was a bit of a letdown for us. We had high expectations for that match, and we deserved at least a point. Lovely Cruyff turn. And all the way himself was Kieran Chandler from the back. Needed to move it along. Nobody afraid to dribble early on. Could open up for a very frantic pace to the match. That was exactly the problem that Coach Jeremy Hall was trying to avoid for MNUFC 2, who are on the back foot once again. Hezarkhani, head on a swivel, sits a defender down, goes over, penalty kick. The quick feet of Aiden Hezarkhani draws a spot kick in the 5th minute. The foul certainly passed the eye test. Not sure MNUFC 2 can have any complaints. How about the composure there to take another touch out of his feet, and then it's just a tangle of legs. It's clumsy defending in the end, but it is a penalty. What a start this could be. Looks like it will be Jesus Pereira to grab his team-leading 6th of the campaign. Against Alex Smir. Slow run up from Berea and picks his spot. Exactly the start Real Monarchs were hoping for. And Berea giving plaudits to Hezarkhani for drawing the penalty. The pair entered tonight tied on 5 goals apiece. Another look at that foul. It is clumsy. Berea, methodical run up. Was waiting for Smir to make a move. And snuck it past the other side. The second meeting this season between these two sides, and in the first one, Real Monarchs scored first. Luka Moisa with the volley in the 33rd minute, and the hosts look poised to grab another here. Darting run in behind. And Zambrano was looking to tee up a teammate before a sliding Anderson Ferris denied him. Real Monarchs on the road scored first against MNUFC 2. Jeremy Hall's side rallied with 2 unanswered goals and all 3 points. And they find themselves with quite an early uphill battle on the road. Drawn up play, Hezarkhani with a clever flick. Sent one more time to the top of the key. Nobody held their run. Dylan out of position. The counter may be on. Switch well taken down by Rendell. Trying to turn his mark inside out. This is a lovely sequence from the visitors, and it deserved a better ending. Great switch from Rendell to the far side. And the shot maybe not the best decision from that sort of angle. It would have been the second goal of the match. That was the foul that led to the first. And then the ensuing penalty kick from Jesus Perea. His 10th start of the season. Now 6 goals to his name. Here come the visitors again. Slide rule pass for Randell. Developed cross sent away by Henry. For Berea, his first goal since July the 6th. As MNUFC 2 look poised at this rate to equalize. Numbers at the back post, driven in. And there were 2 Monarchs players up for it. And we'll concede another corner. Head coach Jeremy Hall spoke on his side's most recent performance, a 1-1 draw with Tacoma, and said that match felt like a basketball game with how back and forth it was, how quickly things changed. In the first 10 minutes, have had a very similar speedy pace. Something that the visitors were trying to avoid. And best chance thus far on the counter. MNUFC 2 has forward here. They would do well to win this ball, and they have. Lovely give and go. Is this 1-1? It is! Logan Dorsey scores in back-to-back matches, and it is an immediate response. Lovely link-up play, just a clever touch to fool the defender. Kobe Henry back into the middle of that back four, just overcommits. It's a tidy finish from Dorsey. Now second on the team in scoring with 5. Scored last match against Tacoma. It broke a nearly season-long drought. His first goal of the season came March 30th against Dynamo Dos. He then scored the week after, not once but twice, against SKC2 back on April 9th. That was the last time he had found the back of the net until last week. Just like the first meeting this season between these two clubs, MNUFC 2 respond. No clean sheet to be had tonight. Player goes over. Hezarkhani goes down. So too is Babacar Niang in some discomfort. Niang wearing the captain's armband tonight. Someone who his head coach Jeremy Hall has highlighted in recent weeks as somebody whose work rate might go under the radar. Another chance at the byline was kept in play. Minnesota able to clean things up. But again, so back and forth in this match. Miscued clearance. Takes a fortuitous bounce for the visitors though. Maybe a very unpredictable evening in terms of how this match is going to progress. And certainly no telling how it'll end. Dorsey drawing the foul. Former University of Kentucky man. 55th overall pick in this year's MLS Super Draft. He had 14 goals, 18 appearances. Headed down in front, still alive, swing and a miss, and cleared away. Stood back up and well claimed. Mackey called for it. And it goes at the other end to Alex Smirt. Kolov. Look how wide the visitors want to play. Really stretching things. Being patient with switching the point of attack. Clever flick and go. Sent forward in acres of space. Ball didn't need to be played that early, but it does result in the handball. And there is a case there. Logan Dorsey appealing for a yellow card for stopping a promising attack. It's certainly an unnatural position, and the judgment of the referee, defender making an attempt to play the ball. There's the earlier chance, and Will Mackey this portion of the match is brought to you by Zions Bank, the official bank of Real Monarchs. Played short. Headed away more confidently this time after Mackey claimed that second cross. Kolov, team leading 7 assists to his name. Going to work is Romanchin, forced to turn back. Now Monarchs hold the line. Let's see how much movement there is from the visitors. Lovely bit of skill. It was Chandler with a bit of brilliance. side, so out goes Rendell. Kolov, flag stays down, but only for a second. It was a perfect pass and a deft finish, but it's chalked off. Risky play to step up there in the offside trap. Kurt Kolov spotting a wide open Momo Kamara. Things have started to settle a bit more now compared to the first 10 minutes, which saw a goal for both sides. Bit more measured play. Big 50-50 shoulder. Maurice Rendell fired up. It's the kind of work rate that Coach Hall is expecting of his forwards. Another progressive first touch from Chandler. Never afraid to go forward, the outside back. Manchin, Kolov, more quick passing. One touch play now to the near side. Chandler swinging it in. An apologetic motion from the left back. A ball that was mishit by some margin. Zambrano unselfishly to the far side as Arcani wants it in the middle. It will fall to Zambrano, who goes over. It's another penalty kick. A second spot kick in the first half for Real Monarchs. And a yellow card as well. Zambrano trying to complete the 1-2. Kolov went to ground to block the challenge, and then it's clumsy again. It was Kurt Kolov who was booked for his reaction. Marcus Zambrano looking for his third goal in as many matches. Just a fifth start of the season for him. To retake the lead, and does. Just underneath the diving Alex Schmert. Marcos Zambrano continues his excellent form. The new man in town has proved to be an invaluable addition for this side. Just has the pace to sneak in under Smurt. Guessed the right way this time. They feel hard done by to have not kept that one out. Anderson Ferris back into the first 11 for MNUFC 2, conceding the second penalty of the night. Logan Dorsey with the lone goal so far for the visitors. Head coach Jeremy Hall said we're really counting on him. When you look at him in particular, he's a guy that can carry us to where we want to go. It helps lead the players around him. Player going down, stays with the visitors as Niang is brought to the ground unfairly. This portion of the match is presented by Intermountain Health, the power of we. Correa, the first goal scorer, trying to spring the counter. All the way forward for Tyler Wolf. Zambrano calling for it. Was sent to the back post. Nobody made the run, and it was almost kept in play. Admirable effort from Tommy Silva. Defending in the corner. Skipping away was Kamara. Real Monarchs akin to the first few minutes, winning it back in an excellent spot. Chandler the other way. Again, Chandler going forward with speed, and Darius Rendell looked like he'd seen a ghost for a second. Wasn't expecting that pass and was in an offside position when he got it. Zambrano going down again. This may be another caution, and it is. Chopping challenge right at midfield. And it is a poor tackle, certainly reckless on the part of Britton Fisher. His fourth of the season. Has to be mindful now. Omar Marquez for Real Monarchs unavailable for tonight because of yellow card accumulation. Getting to the later stage of the season, important the players stay out of trouble. As the points especially are so much harder to come by these days. Now back on as Silva carried it toward the byline. Wolf. Great touch on the far side. Really difficult height to bring that one down at. Barea. Dylan is open. Dylan will have a go and see it blocked, and that's a big challenge. Goodness. Yang is down. The referee has to bring it back. Thought about it for a long time, the referee, but saw no advantage. Seeing a little bit more of that route one pass now from Minnesota. Experimenting with the long ball over the top. The build-up play has been sound from them. But again, look at the spaces afforded on the counter. Clever dummy from Barea. Play waved on. And the advantage quickly dissipates. Zambrano. Clever touch. This is Wolf. Blocked right into the feet of Hezarkhani. He's already drawn one penalty today. Physical tussle. And the sliding challenge, a clean one from Kieran Chandler. Connecticut native. Played his college ball in his home state with the Huskies. Excellent sliding challenge. Not one to back down from a duel. Two-time All-Big East third-team selection. He's drafted 43rd overall by Minnesota United. Very spaced out in the box for Real Monarchs. Wasn't a ton of congestion there, but goodness me, what a volley that is. Griffin Dillon, take a bow. A strike fit for a captain. Not a ton of bodies there, but somehow Griffin Dillon able to find a lane through all of them. Keeps it low. Nothing the goalkeeper can do. Venomously struck by the skipper. Back into the first 11. And makes his mark with his 4th of the campaign now. Struck it in such a nonchalant manner, just taking it ever so well. Didn't try to overpower it. Locked the ankle, kept the shoulders above the ball. I think it's some serious speed on it. Four goals already in the 37th minute, and Real Monarchs searching for more. Every time they go on the counter, they look likely to score. After feeling hard done by with a loss last time out, been a memorable first half for the hosts. Another good counter-attacking sequence. Real Monarchs have numbers again. Options available, not cleared away, and Wolf fires wide via deflection. Arcani wide open at the back post. Zambrano wanted the cutback as well. Difficult for Tyler Wolf. Ball going behind him just a little bit. Really has to swing his leg. Overcompensating for power and not having the chance to pick his spot with where his plant foot was. Again, only 4 players in the box for the corner kick. 2 sky blue shirts rise to meet it, and the whistle sounds. Clever turn from Yang. Spraying it forward. Rendell has the pace to get there. Jennings defending with a watchful eye and does well to shield it over the byline. Maximus Jennings for his 8th start of the year. Change at the back 4 for Real Monarchs tonight. Zipped into the feet of Wolf. Immediately plays the big switch on. Kept in touch again. Barea. Skips by his mark. Barea goes down. Referee says not this time. Real Monarchs wanted a 3rd PK. The referee was right on hand to make the decision. Momo Kamara put in the challenge, and there really is not much contact there. It looks like the right call. Raya going down in an uncomfy manner. representing Cadiz in Spain. In his boyhood club's academy at 11 years old. Played his college ball with Missouri State and won the conference title in the regular season every year he was there. Second in program history in goals, third in points. Clipped in, open header, but the flag goes up. Real Monarchs execute the offside trap to perfection. Darius Randell all alone. It's a risky play. You could see Coley Henry, as soon as that cutback was played, racing forward, knew he was the last man, and a full sprint the other direction. High risk, high reward. As things stand currently, Real Monarchs would jump all the way up to 5th in the Western Conference, level on points with Austin FC2, the 2023 MLS Next Pro champions. Long way out for the goalkeeper to go. Well done by Jennings. Well, Mackey was calling for it, but that was never going to roll into his 18-yard area. To circle back to the table, as things stand, a big jump for Real Monarchs, but MNUFC2 would also jump up the table. Because North Texas currently down a man and down 3 goals at home to LAFC2, who sit one place behind them in the West on 29. It is going to be a photo finish in MLS Next Pro this season for the playoff places. One club has already booked their spot in the playoffs. That is New York Red Bulls 2. Wolf. Appeals for a foul, and Dell went over. Lovely touch from the foot of Tyler Wolf, who has so much daylight to try for a fourth. Still going, and left behind by Zambrano. He knew he was offside. Too many touches from Tyler Wolf. You expect a player of his caliber to have a go. Kalov threads the needle. Continued his run. Another good line-breaking pass. Strong clearance away. Zambrano now. And just wait with it. Wolf making himself available. And Zambrano again wants to halt the pace. No way forward this time for Real Monarchs. 3-1 at the interval. A 4-goal first 45. Real Monarchs really could have had a fourth. Tyler Wolf, look at the touch and how much space he had. Maybe right there he has a go, but instead sits a defender down, didn't want to take it on his weaker left foot. And Zambrano knew he was in an offside position. 4 goals, 2 PKs as we step aside for halftime. Coming up, a packed halftime in store for you. Highlight stats, the upcoming Next Pro schedule, plus a recent MLS signing of a Next Pro star. Stay tuned.
The youngest MLS debutant, Kevin Sullivan.
Luna.
Yes! That is a banger! Absolute scorcher! Spectacular save from Dane St. Clair.
Action.
Este verano la Leagues Cup regresa más fuerte que nunca. Comenzamos con 36 clubes. En la primera fase, cada equipo jugará contra 3 equipos de la liga rival para determinar su posición en la fase de eliminación directa.
The 4 top-seeded clubs from each league will move on, ensuring interleague matchups all the way through the quarterfinals.
3 naciones, 2 ligas y un solo campeón. En Leagues Cup 2025,
It's dominance on the line.
Welcome back to another episode of Player Profile. I'm April Marie Aguilar. Joining me today is FC Dallas's Sam Sarver. Thanks so much for the time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
But let's get right into it. I mean, North Texas SC, they posted a photo of you on July 24th on Instagram with the caption that read, "He gave everything to this club, and now he's earned his place at the top." After it had been announced with your promotion to the first team, what was that moment like for you?
It was pretty cool. Obviously, it's a lifelong dream that I've dreamed of since I was a kid. You know, I always wanted to play in the MLS. And it's kind of a full circle moment because when I was in the academy with Columbus Crew, I played on this exact field in GA Cup. So to be with the first team now for the home team here is pretty cool. And obviously getting a first team contract was one of my main goals this season, but now it's time to climb the ladder for other ones.
Wow, I mean, I can only imagine what's yet to come for you. But, I mean, in your second match with FC Dallas, you earned the penalty that helped seal the win. And then just 24 hours prior to that, you scored 4 goals for North Texas SC. Take me just through the whirlwind of that weekend.
Yeah, it was quite a chaotic 24 hours or 28 hours, whatever they marketed it as. But no, I mean, obviously we went into the SKC game. They've been struggling a little bit this year, but you know, you treat each team with the same amount of respect because on any given day in any league, any team can beat anyone. You know, my team showed up, and then my teammates just got me in good spots, and the ball was bouncing my way that night.
And I mean, even just the energy and the passion that you showcased during that match, it's quickly made you a fan favorite. How important is that fan support? I mean, we were just talking about you giving away your jerseys to the fans.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I'm a firm believer in the 12th man. I love fans. I mean, I think any athlete would want to play in a stadium full of fans compared to not to, and especially when the fans get involved, you know. I think that comes from my college background because we have some of the best student sections in the country, and they would always get fired up if you got them going. And I wear my heart on my sleeve, so when I can get the fans involved, you know, that's what keeps them coming back. You know, like you never know, like that might be the one play they remember from the whole game. So. And especially, you know, it creates momentum, especially when your team's rolling and you get the fans on your side. It really gets into the other team's head. So.
Did you ever have one of those encounters? I mean, coming up the ranks and meeting some of the players that you looked up to?
Yeah, for sure. It was quite surreal because obviously I looked up to a lot of guys when I was in Columbus, and Lalas Abubakar was actually one of them. He was with Columbus Crew's first team when I was in the academy, and then I feel like 6 years later, he's on the first team here, and I'm playing with him.
Wow.
So it was a pretty cool full circle moment, and obviously, like, I looked up to like a guy like Sebastian Lletget because early in his career, you know, he was with the Galaxy and the men's national team and stuff. So to be able to share the field with him and those types of guys is really cool.
Cross falling through in front, Sarver! There's a chance for North Texas. The speeding Sam Sarver strikes first.
Tries to drop it in to Ramirez, controls. Sarver! A fourth for Sam Sarver.
What's been the key just on your consistency in front of goal this season?
I'm a firm believer in manifestation. So before games, I'm scoring today. I like to picture how I'm gonna score. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way, but yeah, I think just having confidence, and I think personally gives me a boost when I know teams are they're scouting so heavy on, you know, guys with goals. It almost makes them, in a way, play work because it's in the back of the mind, like, we can't let this guy score tonight. But if they're so worried about one player, that's when other players get open and score. So it's not just me that's, you know, contributing to the success. It's, you know, maybe they'll double team me one night, but then that leaves Tariq open and he scores 2 goals, you know. So it's a win-win for everyone, you know, and I think that's the main part of the success.
Again, your humility continues to be on full display, but walk me through that visualization. I mean, you mentioned manifestation. What does that look like going into a big match?
I always walk on the field before the game. That's something I do. I pray before the game, and then I like to picture, like, if I get a penalty, I like to picture where I'm gonna place it. Funny enough, I blew a penalty over the bar the other week. I didn't manifest that, but I like to picture things like that, or, you know, like maybe a 1-2 with a teammate, and what corner I put it into, just stuff like that. And I think every soccer player listening to this they know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes you just picture a certain goal you're gonna score, even if it doesn't happen, you picture it happening like that. And that's kind of been I think a key to my success this year, you know, and then God's plan, though.
I love it. And how much of who you are on the field is shaped by where you come from?
A lot. I don't really change my personality on or off the field, and I take pride in that. And I think people appreciate that, you know. There's lots of players, and I think what makes a really good team special is having different personalities of certain guys that come there. Like, you always have the serious guy who's always locked in, but, you know, then you have, like, the guy that brings the humor, then you have the guy that, you know, he'll crack a joke here and there, and then you have the guy that's, you know, mellow. And I think that really brings a good balance. And my coach actually had a funny quote in college. He was like, for like IU, like, he was like, Sammy Sarver's perfect for our team, but you can only have one Sammy Sarver, because 2 of me is like too much, you know. But like one guy like me, I think, is good. And then obviously we have characters on our team that we build off of each other, but we're all characters in our own way, you know. So and then when you're so close with your teammates in that way, it shows on the field.
All right, so that leads me to my next question. I mean, describe your character in that sense.
I always like to have fun. I like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I would say I'm the class clown of the soccer team, you know. I like to bring a smile to people's faces, and I think like I take pride in like uniting people, and you know, because like with the first team, you know, I introduced them to this game. It's called What Can You Bring on a Picnic, and you have to figure out the hidden rule. And now all of a sudden you have grown men with families playing a game for 2 hours about what can they bring on this picnic, and it's so fun. And like we have guys crying of laughter because like 8 people get the rule, but like the 9th guy doesn't understand what you can or can't bring. And so we played it for like the whole trip in San Jose, and it was so fun. It's just little stuff like that where it's like everyone's a little kid at heart, you know.
Yeah.
And like if you can just bring it out of them, it just makes the team so much closer.
I was about to say, like, how valuable and important is that, just spending that extra time outside of the pitch, and how does that build the chemistry once you're on it?
It's super important, and Coach Eric stressed that in San Jose, you know. Before we played San Jose, he was like, I want you like be a team, go get dinner with. So I got dinner with some of the older guys. They invited me to dinner, you know. And then after San Jose, we had a great performance. We should have gotten 3 points, but we tied, and he was like, you know, like I saw a team tonight. And then you carry that momentum into where we just played St. Louis, and then we won that game. It's like when you become so close off the field, it really shows, because then it's like, okay, you're not just teammates, you're friends, you know. Right. It's like you're brothers and you're fighting for them, you know.
And years from now, when people look back at your career, what do you want them to say about the way you approach the game?
That's funny you asked that. I was just thinking about that the other day. But the one thing I want people to remember me for is, like, for me personally, there were like the teammates I remembered the most from college were not necessarily the best soccer players at all. Some of them actually didn't even play. Like but they were the glue guys that, like, no matter what, they just showed up and worked, and like, you know, they wore their heart on their sleeve. Like, they didn't complain. Even if they knew like game day they were getting 0 minutes, they were still the hardest working people in training. And those were the guys I really respected the most. Like, I obviously respect talent. I respect guys that are good on the ball and can score goals, but those are the guys I think it shows a lot about someone's character. So like, when my career's over, you know, hopefully it's a long one, but thanks be to God. So I want people to remember, like, okay, no matter if that kid had the best game of his life or the worst game of his life, he worked his tail off, and you know, like, because you know, I don't want anyone to be able to fault my effort. You can tell me I had a bad game, maybe I lost every ball I touched, but like, at least I was working hard, and I want people to remember me for that.
Awesome. Well, I wish you all the best of luck and continued success on your journey.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for watching this episode of Player Profile. Be sure to tune in next time to see who I'll be speaking to next. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
I know I'm fully attracted. I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. The jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
"45 minutes down from America First Field, Real Monarchs in front by a score of 3-1 over Minnesota United FC 2. We'll take you through the first half highlights, and my goodness, there could have been so many more goals, which is crazy to say, but it started very early on in the 5th minute. Aiden Hezarkani weaving his way through, going down, referee obliges with the spot kick. Jesus Barea steps up and dispatches it for his 6th of the season, leading Mark Lowry's side. Just a few minutes later in the 10th, and lovely one-touch play released Logan Dorsey, who leveled the contest, but not for long. Another penalty kick, this time won by the new man on the block, Marco Zambrano, who after winning the spot kick was able to just sneak it by the goalkeeper. 2-1 Real Monarchs, make it 3-1. What a volley this was. Take a bow. Griffin Dillon struck it so well. As we look ahead in MLS Next Pro on Wednesday, kickoff match week 25 with Atlanta United 2 and Inter Miami 2. The Town and Real Monarchs. Just a half hour after that one, that's going to be a great game. LAFC 2 with a big win. Currently 4-0 over North Texas. If they can hold on, it would be a big 3 points against the 2023 MLS Next Pro champions before Atlanta United 2 are back in action just a few days after their Wednesday match. No substitutions at the interval for either manager. If you are just joining us, Minnesota on the left side of your screen in the sky blue, Real Monarchs in the navy and red on the white. What does this second half have in store? It was a frenzied pace to the match. In the first 10 or 15 minutes or so. And then the counter started to really open up again for Real Monarchs in the last 10 minutes of that first 45. Could have had a fourth. Minnesota had a goal chalked off for offside. We've seen that offside trap from Real Monarchs, stepping up right as a pass is about to be played. And again, the counter opening up. Look at the space on the far side. Cut back for Barea, looking for his second, and he's got it all wrong. Jesus Barea, well, usually when you get your first, you're more than primed for another in terms of the confidence and plenty of time to take his chance. Just got all the way underneath it. Hazarkani. Dillon's cut back blocked. Another turn, but the tackle put in. And the Monarchs will send numbers now. Look at the speed of the press. All the way up from the back was Tommy Silva. Salas came across the cover as now Kalov scanning. Options either side. He'll keep it himself, but run out of room. Nervy challenge. Able to get enough on it. There's Maximus Jennings. Seemed to have a bit of a slip. And his goodness, again on the counter. Real Monarchs with so much daylight. And the window slammed shut for Hazarkani. Chandler putting in the tackle. Most of those counters for Real Monarchs have gone down that right-hand side. More often than not, it's Kieran Chandler, who steps up, plays the 1-2 with Randell, does well to keep it, and sees the switch. Expertly done. First cutback blocked. Justin Sosnowski, first time we said his name tonight. Both teams making those overlapping runs, constant movement, dragging players out of position, but also quite vulnerable on the break. You can see the height at which both teams want to play vertically. The outside defenders getting farther and farther up the pitch, but the midfield line as well is pressing high, which means if players aren't checking back for the ball, a misplayed pass could leave something vulnerable. Great save, still alive. Player goes down, referee not interested, poked away. Bravely so by Luka Moisa, flattened after getting a touch on it. It's another long ball in behind. Will Mackey out of his area, makes a great save. Kobe Henry there to block the second opportunity. Now the visitors starting to see a lot more of the ball. To start this second half. Again, look at the movement from the sky blue shirts. Almost every time a midfielder plays a pass, they run forward. Kolov is tracking back now. A couple of short options. Kolov always looking direct. Doesn't force it, but it seems to be the instruction is to continue to push forward. It's a marauding run, this. And it will result in a free kick in prime real estate. Weaving his way through was Babacar Niang. Someone who has come into this group and had so much presence at his head coach, Jeremy Hall. MNUFC 2 undefeated through August, and he said Babacar Niang maybe the best player for the group in that stretch. You can see the quality he has. Just kept that ball so close to him as he was changing directions at top speed. This is quite a ways away from goal. Looks to be just shy of 30 yards. Kurt Kolov will stand over it. Former Syracuse and Rutgers man. To his right is Kamara. Kolov plays it short. Nobody picked up Sosnowski. Still bouncing around and volleyed over. What a chance. Falling so kindly to the man who won the dead ball, Babacar Niang. Nobody picked him up. Pinballed off a defender. Sat up nicely for the shot, but he tried to crush it. From that sort of distance, it has to be placement over power. Griffin Dillon getting a talking to. Again, that double change in midfield. Not the pivot role for Real Monarchs has been crucial to their success, and that's a big challenge. There will surely be a yellow card with that long of a whistle, and there is. Tommy Silva is just swept down. The studs are high. You can see the reaction as well. Pedro Manchin knew he was going to go into the book for that challenge. With the studs exposed like that, you have to be careful to make sure you dive in front of the player and not through him. Manchin, a U17 and U19 Academy product, St. Paul native. He was named in the 2023 MLS All-Star Week. Played a full half in the MLS Next All-Star game, and you can see the frustration now starting to boil over for the visitors. Darius Randell claimed to use his shoulder. The referee disagreed. This portion of the match is brought to you by Zions Bank, the official bank of Real Monarchs. Silva wanted to make the run, the pass well behind him. Sosnowski lost him. Look how far the goalkeeper is from goal. Kalev has to take care of it. And his pass is intercepted by Hezarkhani. Now, we saw something like this in the first half. A handball on the fast break for MNUFC 2. They wanted a yellow card. They didn't get it. Now, Griffin Dillon wants a yellow card for what appeared to be a fast break and another handball. Referee staying consistent with the decision making. Hezarkhani weathers the storm. Silva wants it and gets it from Barea. Cut back in front. And another big block. Henderson Ferris stretching for it. There's work to do to get there. Did it brilliantly. Flipped in and contested punch. Not all the way away. Headed back in front and nobody there for the second opportunity. Smart wants to go quickly. Spotted the run in behind. It's a great ball from the goalkeeper. Defender sat down. Wide open man at the back post. And another block. The frantic pace of this match continues to climb higher and higher. It is classic Route 1 play. Settled by Kamara. Does well to find Randell unselfishly. And an excellent block by Jennings, earning his way back into the first 11 tonight. Appeals for handball. Liang shoved over, and that'll be a yellow card. Marcos Zambrano can have absolutely no complaints. the newcomer, just pushing Niang over, and I don't think he needs to make that challenge. Again, Babacar Niang, someone who his head coach Jeremy Hall is looking towards to help turn this around, making things happen. Sent in, again, you can see the high line from Real Monarchs, appealing for offside. Ball crossed the byline for a goal kick. As soon as it looks like someone's going to put it across for MNUFC 2, all the defenders sprint forward. It is a serious gamble, but when it works, it's very difficult to play through. As goodness, yeah, Hezarkhani. He's in the way of that one, and the referee doing the right thing. Any suspected upper body injury is an immediate stoppage for the laws of the game, and it was Minnesota ball, so we'll get it from the drop ball. Space to turn, leaves it behind, continued his run, but was offside again. There's the cross, Mackey first to it. Two confident paws on the ball from the goalkeeper, who has been scampering out of his 6-yard area. Real Monarchs were pinned in a bit there. Again, good sustained pressure from the visitors, but not able to create the shooting chances they're hoping for, as that's a poor giveaway. Monarchs have numbers for the counter. This is Wolf, tried to be unselfish. Zambrano's shot blocked, fired in and over. Real Monarchs could have so many goals tonight. 3 already, a staggering number, but another chance that goes begging. Jeremy Hall will make his first change. Mubanor slots in for Kedro Manchin in midfield. Manchin on a booking. Battling for it immediately off the bench, the forward who earned his spot with an open tryout. Turned it into a professional contract. Born in Ethiopia, moved briefly to Arizona before coming to Minneapolis for most of his younger days. A lot of hang time. Great header, 3-2. Britton Fisher rises above the rest. Game on. Plenty of time on the delivery. Lofted brilliantly. The center back times the header to perfection. The 21-year-old had 30 appearances for the club last year. mainstay on the back line. Double change now for Real Monarchs with Giovia and Owen Anderson coming into the match, replacing the new man in town, Marco Zambrano, as well as Aiden Hezarkhani. It's Fisher's first goal of the campaign. Again, more space on the counter, particularly down the flanks. Fresh legs as well in the final third. Real Monarchs will likely play that long direct pass more frequently. Big challenge. And green grass in every direction in midfield for Babacar Niang. Waved forward by the referee. Numbers on with the advantage. Bouncing around and headed as far as the skipper, who goes down under the challenge and will earn the free kick. This portion of the match is presented by Intermountain Health, the power of we. Minnesota now bringing the numbers in the high press. Real Monarchs able to evade it. Switch on to the far side with Villa getting his first touches off the bench. Wolf made the underlapping run, trying to pick out Barea. Lost his footing as he went to strike it. Back and forth, end to end, coast to coast. Again, Jeremy Hall, head coach for MNUFC 2. We had a chance to speak with him earlier this week. Lamented on the pace of the last match, equated it to a basketball game with how quickly the action progressed from one end of the field to another. Another quick chance for the visitors here. Did it take a deflection? It did not. There was an extra touch in there. Maybe one too many from Luminor. That last touch he plays, trying to poke it by at the near post. Such a difficult angle to do that, especially with the goalkeeper staying low. Maybe needed to try and cut that back across, but Nor not liking what he saw, as that's a poor giveaway and an incredible turn. The shot fired wide. Look at this spin. An incredible roulette. So much skill on display tonight. Looks like Kieran Chandler again, all the way up from the back. Wolf. Perea onside, needs reinforcements. Numbers slowly arriving for the hosts. 1-2, a no-go. Masalis took his space, so too will Silva. Masalis still offered daylight. Back for Silva. Stood up to the back post, settled in front, and it was behind Giovia. It's clever play. Villa was there, just didn't hold his run. Maybe could have asked for more on that cutback for him. But again, the skill to take that cross out of the air and settle it like that for a teammate just speaks to the level of talent on the pitch tonight. It really has been such a fun watch, except for fans of defensive soccer maybe. It is not a long wait for a chance at either end. And again, 3-1 as of now, but it could be so much different. 3-2 rather, with the goal from Britton Fisher a few minutes ago. Real Monarchs could easily have maybe 5 or 6 to their name. There was a goal disallowed in the first half for offside for Minnesota. Mackie as well has made a couple great saves. It is going to come down to whomever has not only the composure, but also the technical ability to dispatch their respective chances. This portion of the match is presented by America First, the official credit union of Real Salt Lake. America First has game-changing solutions for every financial need, so join the winning team today at americafirst.com. Kalov, lovely check to in turn. Kurt Kalov still going. Kalov, Trivella ball is a good one. One more pass in front, and it was cut away. Logan Dorsey trying to be unselfish. Looks like he really had a chance to take that first time. Anderson now has to hold it up. Kalov instead dropping back, not going to pressure the ball carrier. Anderson, nutmeg pass for Barea. Back for Anderson. Oh no! It's another big miss for Real Monarchs. We're just speaking on how many goals they could have had tonight, and that is another chance that really could have, maybe should have been dispatched. It's lovely work by Owen Anderson, gets the nutmeg after beating 2 defenders. Barea tees him up, and again, there is a defender in front there. Here was the chance at the other end. Dorsey tried to play it in front. And a couple options there with him. That is going to be the talking point from tonight. Who can take their chances? Dorsey looking for a second, big save! Mackey stands tall. Dorsey appealing for the shove, and there is some contact there from Ruben Massalas. Not enough by the judge and the referee. Another attacking change as well, as Matthew Bell onto the pitch a few seconds ago for Tyler Wolf, who could have had at least 1 or 2 to his name. And look how far from the box the options are. Going to be a lot of movement once this is swung in. Bouncing around in another corner kick. We saw on the second goal for Minnesota, all the sky blue shirts crowding the 6-yard area. This time they all stayed quite a ways away from it until the ball was struck. Kurt Kalov, the team leading 7 assists. Sends it in with pace and nearly the equalizer. It was Britton Fisher again, scoring from a corner 10 minutes ago. Nearly doubled his account on the season. Player marking him went down. It's a decent try. Trying to guide it into the side netting. And again, the talking point tonight is the chance creation for both sides. Both teams in a double-digit shooting, but there could have been so many more goals. There still is plenty of time for some, but a massive 3 points in the West up for grabs, and it's going to come down to who can take those chances. Kurt Kalov has been instrumental in this second half. He's seen so much of the ball. An unbelievable player, in the words of his head coach, Jeremy Hall. The Minnesota staff, they crunched some numbers, came up with some formulas, and Kalov passed all the data with flying colors. Another shot blocked. Recent substitute Matthew Bell with a chance. Brenton Fisher getting a pat on the back from his goalkeeper for the effort. And it was Fisher who gave it away, and again, patient defending, not diving in, staying on his toes. Did really well to recover from the mistake. Real Monarchs, as they have done so tonight, not putting a ton of options in the box. Two show short. Everybody now inside the 6-yard area. This is a clever idea. Didn't quite come off. Set piece routines becoming more and more common in the modern game, especially with set piece coaches as well now. Frequent addition to many sidelines. Another shot fired in, saved, still alive, and headed wide. A great stop from Alex Smir. Kobe Henry couldn't put the header away. Fell kindly for Matthew Bell, kept it low. Well saved by Smir in just his second match this season. As Mark Lowry will make some changes. Double change, in fact. Luka Moisa in the heart of midfield to be replaced by Liam O'Gara, as well as Tommy Silva on the near side, swapped for Zach Farnsworth. Zach Farnsworth was second on the team in minutes last year. Fourth on the team this year. The last sub of the night. And now his 45th career appearance for the club. An academy signing. A shining example of that pathway to pro soccer. Perea stays on his feet. Trying to find the run of Bell, and in the way was Fisher. The second half really has seen Minnesota control the ball, but on the counter, Real Monarchs, goodness, they could have 3, maybe 4 goals. Bell going over. And the Monarchs doing very well to play out of the high press then. second change for Coach Hall. Justin Sosnowski will be swapped in midfield. Issa Saidi will take his spot. Last match of match week 24, just 6 minutes in. And Timbers, too, taking a very early lead against the Tacoma Defiance. Issa Sadie sliding to the near side, 17 years of age, another academy product. Coach Hall telling us earlier this week of how hard some of his academy players have worked to break into this team and earn their first professional minutes. Kolov tried to thread it through, and the referee does well to spot the foul. And that is just a bit of a loss of composure. And Griffin Dillon gets a yellow card for kicking the ball away and delaying the restart. Now, all the way up from the back is Alex Smurt. It's only the 81st minute. Granted, not a ton of time, but usually don't see a goalkeeper take a set piece like that. It was a decent delivery. Referee has to have a think about it and says goal kick. Up and in the call from Mackey, who's made a couple great saves of his own tonight to preserve the lead for Rail Monarchs. Minnesota, again, have been in the driver's seat, especially since scoring back in the 63rd minute, the lone goal of this second half. Monarchs on the counter could have 3 or 4 to their name. Just in this second half alone, but other than that, haven't really kept the ball in the final third. And right on cue, it's given away. Rendell scampering away. Tried to play the slide rule pass. Rendell going down as well. And Saidi didn't tuck the run inside. You could see just from the way that pass was made that Rendell was waiting for the run to be made and just tried to force it in the end. Chandler will take the throw, and there may be a real chance for the counter here if Rail Monarchs can win it. It's played short, and the referee will stop it for the substitution. And Don Bernard replaced Darius Randall. Headed on, he calls for it. Bernard making his MLS Next Pro debut. A member of the U16 Academy roster with Minnesota United. Professional debut for him, and what a time this could be to make his mark. Down in the Himpos-Niang. We'll restart with the drop ball. Minnesota wanted the foul. Ball stays in their care for now. Foot race on the far side, won by Villa. Trying to turn away and felt the jersey pull. The referee going to have a word with Will Mackey, just trying to hurry things along. Goalkeeper playing it out of touch. That is not something that head coach Mark Lowry wants to see. Monarchs trying to see this game out. They can't give the ball away like that. They want to go long, they want to go direct. Just try and keep it in their care for as long as possible. Bell charging it down. Sent forward, won by Henry. Look at the sky blue shirts getting forward now. It's gonna go down to the wire. Kalov lost it. Heavy first touch. Perea trying to spring the counter. Didn't thread the eye of a needle. Bell puts in another great challenge. Just his second appearance this season. And he's showing why he deserves more minutes. Kalov now all the way in between the two center halves. Especially the back four, it's common to see a holding midfielder drop in between to create almost a back three in possession with the outside backs getting high, but that's where Minnesota have been vulnerable on the counter like that. Bell sees the overlapping run. Gonzalez's cross poked away. Just enough of a touch on it by Anderson Ferris. Early cross was a good one from Ruben Gonzalez, but gave the defender time to react. Three players in the box for Real Monarchs. Do they have another trick up their sleeve? We've seen some training ground plays from the corner, which is beckoned forward by the referee. They will keep it in the corner. Dylan fooled the defenders in front. Well held by Smart. Sliding challenge was a really clumsy one. Yellow card immediately comes out. It's reckless from Owen Anderson. Again, the stud's high and takes out the defender. It's the U16 Academy player, Don Bernard. He was upended as Kalov looking for goal. Still with Kalov! Held by Mackey. Kurt Kalov, you've seen him be so unselfish tonight. Had to go himself. It's a great little feint to sit down O'Gara. He tried to keep the shot low, just didn't get the connection he was hoping for. As we enter the 90th minute. Sent forward again, the ball takes a skip. Cut back in front and headed over. It was a great delivery from Saidi. As Mubanor got underneath it. Really put some power into that header. Four minutes at a minimum to be added on. As things stand, Real Monarchs jump all the way up to 5th in the West. Minnesota yet to lose a game in the month of August. 1 win, 2 draws. Both of those draws, MNUFC 2 took the 2nd point in the shootout. Can they find the late equalizer and force a 3rd PK shootout of the month? Player goes down. Excellent work to keep that one alive. Real Monarchs just froze a little bit. Perea with the poor touch, and Dylan wondering why he didn't go for it. Kalov to deliver it. Now Monarchs will hold the 18. Touch and turn is foiled and sent away. Bernard with the quick throw. Goalkeeper very far from home. Bernard will go forward. Great composure from the youngster. Kalov switch a little bit behind. Excellent work by Chandler to get back for it. Continues his run and goes down. Both players collide, and the whistle goes in favor of the visitors. Another set piece opportunity, and the goalkeeper will come up again. Alex Smurt tried to move it forward. The referee not fooled. Into the 93rd minute now. Everybody up. Smurt sends it in. Dylan, the captain, first to it. Kala vying with Bell, who goes down with a yelp. And the whistle stays silent. Harris asking for the run to be made. Nor plays the overlap. Options there for the cutback. First to it for the host is Maximus Jennings. Firing his teammates up after making the play, and he needed to. Logan Dorsey was behind him. And the goalkeeper now all the way up. Clip to the top of the 6. Bernard back in. The goalkeeper gets ahead to it. Oh my goodness. What a save. Alex Smurt nearly stealing the show. Corner taken quickly. Smurt there again. This time the header contested. What a story that would have been. The goalkeeper not once but twice having a go, and it's still alive for the visitors. Henry swipes it from danger. Anderson dispossessed. The 4 minutes have elapsed, and that might do it. Real Monarchs get revenge over MNUFC 2. What a chance this was from the goalkeeper. Appeals for offside, the offside trap all night long. We've seen it. It didn't work that time. It's a great save from Will Mackey to deny Alex Smurt. Five goals in this match. There could have been so many more, but that will do it. Real Monarchs jump to 5th in the West with all 3 points against MNUFC 2. Griffin Dillon with the game winner, and what a game winner it was. One more look at this excellent finish from the captain. Took it so well off the corner kick, and that was the one that sealed all 3 points for his side. That will do it from America First Field. Once again, the final score, Real Monarchs 3, Minnesota 2. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Philip Galati. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long and MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.